Hello and welcome to our video on lady killers, horrifying stories of serial murders committed by women. I'm your host, and today we're going to explore some of the most shocking and intriguing stories of women who became serial killers. Let's start with the story of Juana Barraza, also known as the killer of the elderly. Juana is a Mexican serial killer who killed at least 11 elderly women between 1999 and 2006. She would enter victims' homes disguised as a nurse and strangle them with a noose. Juana was arrested in 2006 and sentenced to life imprisonment. Another notable serial killer is Belle Gunnes, who operated at the turn of the 20th century. Belle was a Norwegian immigrant who moved to the United States and began attracting wealthy men with promises of marriage. She would then kill the men and their children and bury their bodies on the farm where she lived. It is estimated that she killed at least 14 people before mysteriously disappearing in 1908. We also have the story of Nanny Doss, nicknamed the Black Widow. Nanny was married 5 times and killed 4 of her husbands, as well as several other family members, including her mother and 2 sisters. She used poison to kill her victims and claimed she did it out of love. Nanny was arrested in 1954 and confessed to her crimes, being sentenced to life imprisonment. Another well-known serial killer is Rosemary West, who, along with her husband Fred, killed at least 10 young women in their home in Gloucester, England. Rosemary also sexually abused her own daughters. The couple were arrested in 1994 and convicted of the crimes, with Rosemary receiving a life sentence. Carla Homolka, along with her husband Paul Bernardo, was responsible for a series of rapes and murders of young women in Canada during the 1990s. Homolka helped her husband capture and rape the victims, as well as helping to kill them. She made a deal with Canadian justice and was sentenced to just 12 years in prison. And finally, another case was that of Dorothea Puente. Dorothea was a landlady at a nursing home in Sacramento, California, where she killed at least 9 of her elderly tenants between 1982 and 1988. She cashed their retirement checks and then drugged them to death or buried them in her backyard. Dorothea was sentenced to life imprisonment in 1993 and died in prison in 2011. These are just a few of the gruesome stories of women who became serial killers. While these instances are rare, they remind us that evil knows no gender boundaries. It's important that we continue to explore these stories and understand the motives and circumstances that lead people to commit these terrible crimes. Thank you for watching our video about the gruesome stories of serial murders committed by women. We hope you learned something new and interesting. See you next time.